Today, Arnie, we're supposed to talk about boating. And I'm going to do my very, very, very best job to keep on track. But I look at you and you got pretty clear eyes. I know that means nothing, but if you guys watched any of those videos in the 70s where they showed the frying pan in the air, that's my whole body. Because the 70s were gnarly on me. The stuff your parents told you don't do, I did, and I did more than all of you. So I'm just lucky I'm able to talk. Because all my friends are the ones barking at the cars out there on the street. Those are my buddies I ran with. I don't know how I got out of this live because I did way more than all of them, but I'm here, and it's crazy. Gang, if there's any children here, if you want free stuff, come on up on stage. Guys, you two young men, you want free stuff? Yeah, you do. Don't be afraid. Come here. Don't be afraid of the crazy man on the stage. Here. There you go. Here 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 you go. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? All right, you guys, have a great day. Coming on. Oh, look at you. One of my biggest fans ever. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, look at. There he is. There's Marley. That's my little monkey. How you doing, Monk? How you doing, buddy? I miss you. I'll be home soon, Monday. How cool is that? Come here. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. This is for her. There you go. All right. Anybody else? Any more children? Right there. That's a child. Which kind of hat would you like, Bob? That one? Far out. Okay. What's up, man? How are you today? Good. I'm going to do a little seminar. Is that okay? Far out. That's deeper. Do you want free stuff? All right, we're going to get started here right now. It's going to be crazy. You've never seen anybody do a seminar like that. The thing that's got me the most disappointed right now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 empty chairs. I'm pissed. I am pissed, and I'm going to make you smile no matter what. Even though you're so pissed off, dude, it wasn't me. I did not do it. That guy is pissed. Are you one of my haters? I invited all the... Oh, you're trying to get it down. Well, I ain't gonna let that happen either. I invited all the haters to come to the show today. I left them tickets at the will call. I said, come on up here and beat my butt right here on stage, and everybody was watching. No one showed up again. This is the craziest thing. I am the most... What? Yeah, I'm the most hated guy on Bloody Decks if you've ever been on Bloody Decks. Is it? I knew that. I made a video for you about that. And this guy knows how to tie up the boat better than me. And he knows how to dock the boat better than me. But I have a bunch of videos out there. I have about 4,000 videos out there in rotation right now. We're getting about 30 million views a month. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen in a while. It doesn't make any sense. Those guys watch me, but they're pissed. And they're not going to sit inside here. They go, we know him, but we're not sitting inside because we don't want him to think we care. So they're going to stand there and drink beer and make fun of me. And it's okay. I can handle it. I can handle it. Even though you're big. I don't really... What's the matter with you?
What's up?
What's up, bro? You got my shirt on? You can't even come in and sit down? You want to be a part of it? You're scared? Don't be afraid. We will not make you get a haircut, I promise. Okay, so I'm supposed to talk about all kinds of weird stuff, but I'm going to keep looking at Darren and go, what the heck was I talking about? Because I'm going to forget. Because I'm going to go off on some tangents here, and I'm not going to remember exactly what I was talking about. Do that again. Do that again. That is so radical. I want hair like that. I shouldn't have cut my hair. Okay, but we're going to try. I've done this a few times at a few shows. Some of you have already seen it. But we're going to try to talk about the 5 things that I believe you need to know on your private. Anybody here have a private boat? Anybody here have my app downloaded? No way. Why don't you have my app downloaded? Remember, 70s are hard. Words are hard for me. Are you pissed? No, him, right here. You're mad? I didn't do this. You memorized it. I'm going to make you smile. I don't know what there. We're going to keep working on this. I'll figure out something to say that'll make him smile. That's my main focus, is to make him smile. But I really don't even know what I'm doing up here. They told me to come. They flew me up here from Cabo San Lucas to come talk to you guys. Can you believe that? That is crazy, right? So today we're going to talk about the 5 things I believe you have to have on your boat in order to catch fish out here in the ocean. All right? Why do you want to listen to what I have to say? Well, my father started in this industry, the sport fishing industry, in 1947. Now, I know you've been doing it longer than my dad, but he started in 47. He ended up owning 9 sport fishing boats in Dana Point Harbor. When he passed away 2 years ago, they named the harbor after my father. I just got started. I started fishing for a living in 1974. So I'm kind of new to the whole thing, but I'm trying to pass on a little bit of the knowledge that I gained over this last 48 years off to some of you. Some of you already know it. Some of you watch my videos. It's going to be very repetitive. I'm going to repeat myself a lot. And as soon as you start laughing, I'm off. I'm on to some other subject. I won't even remember what the heck I was talking about, all right? Why are you so pissed? You, yeah, the blue shirt. Did I do something to piss you off? Yeah. Oh, good, you're smiling now. Ah, I got him. Okay, so, what am I talking about? Oh, boats, the 5 things, thank you. I've told you, didn't you? Have no idea. It's like a sieve. So number 1 thing, and I tell every one of the people that call me, if you're not on my website, call me. I'll give you a free look. Free. Absolutely free. Free, right? When you guys call me, do I answer the phone? Hello? Is anybody, can you guys hear me? This thing on? Do I answer the phone when you call me?
Yes.
Thank you. God, the questions will get harder, I promise. They're going to get harder. Okay, the thing about me is I want you all to be successful when you go fishing. That is the thing that blows this industry's mind. Captain Dave gives away all the information, is what you hear out there. Captain Dave gives you all the spots. Captain Dave sells fishing spots. Did you know that? No. Back in 1987, I made a series of videos of where to fish in Southern California on VHS tape. Most of you weren't even alive yet. If you're thinking, oh, I don't like Dave because he sells fishing spots. Have you ever been to anybody been to West Marine? Why? Dave sells fishing spots. You should hate them. They have them on a laminated chart, right? You buy that laminated chart, it has all the GPS numbers that they stole from me, and then they put them on a laminated chart, and you go in there and buy them. So when I hear these little booger-eating kids going, that run a sport boat, go, oh, that Dave Hampton, he sells spots. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have any, you little booger-eating moron. So, yeah, I sell spots, and your GPSs are full of them because I put them out there in 1987. Most of you can't even comprehend that. But that's what I was doing. In the 80s, I was running sport boats. Then in the 90s, I started running yachts. In 97, I created Your Saltwater Guide. The only guy that goes with you on your boat and teaches you how to fish on your boat. Has anybody ever fished with me? Is it fun? Did I take a poop on your boat? A big one? Absolutely. Hey, I'm just saying. People have to do things sometimes because there's no stopping Mother Nature, right? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the 5 things. The 5 things. I'm just trying to let them know why they might want to listen to me. I know you want to go over to that other seminar where the guy's gone. You know, at one time, No, we don't know. If we knew, we wouldn't be at your seminar, son. So tell us some stuff. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to tell some stuff, but I haven't. So I'm trying hard. Did you get a hat? Yeah, you? No? It from me? No, you did not. Don't lie. That's CNN's job. Okay. You want a hat? You're a pretty big kid. Okay. If I have some extra hats at the end, I'll give some to some adults if they're good. So the number 1 thing I'm trying to tell you guys is I have a website and I have an app and I have everything you need to not suck at fishing. Unless you want to suck at fishing, then don't get involved with me because you're not going to suck anymore. I promise promise you, my mission is to help you to catch more fish when you go fishing. That's the only thing I care about, because here's what the industry doesn't understand. When I help you catch more fish, you buy more fishing poles. When I help you catch more fish, you buy a boat. When I help you catch more fish, you buy bait. When I help you catch more fish, you buy all that tackle. When I help you catch more fish, you go fishing. Because it's super important. They want to stop fishing in the United States of America. They're on a mission to stop fishing. That is our only voice right there. The CCA, California. There's one of my favorite people, the California Fish and Wildlife. They know me very, very well. They have my name on a little book on their boat. It's really cool. They know me very, very well. We're really close. We've done a lot of cool stuff together. I've been on their boats. They've been on my boats. It's like we're having a really good time. They love me. The Fish and Wildlife right there. Those are my biggest fans. They always seem, when they see me, they always want to come over and say hi. They want to check out the boat. They want to see all the cool fish we caught. It's really weird. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the 5 thing. Okay, so number one, listen. You got to have a bait tank, okay? And it has to be the biggest bait tank you could possibly fit on your boat. Why? Because it makes it easy. If you have a lot of ammunition, it's going to be really easy to win the war, right? But it's the same thing with fishing. Why do I want a big bait tank? Because I want to catch fish. When I go fishing, the number one thing I want to do is catch fish, right? And then what else do I want to do when I catch them? Kill them! Did he really say that word? Yes, I did. I'm going to use a lot of words that young man right there doesn't like because, you know, CNN, you know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. You're big. Don't come up on the stage. But gang, there's guys selling bags over there, big white bags with the zipper on them. What do they call those bags? Kill bags. See, I didn't say the word, Bart. They did. The guy with the fillet knives. Are they selling fillet knives to people throwing fish back? That's so weird. So we're going to talk about reality here. We're going to talk about killing fish. Because it's okay to kill a fish and take it home and eat it. You're not a criminal, no matter what your parents told you. You're not. It's okay to take fish home and eat them. It's okay to give fish to your friends. People tell me all the time when they see pictures with all the fish on my boat, they go, did you really need that many? I go, no, I actually need more. But that's all that the Fish and Wildlife allowed me to take. If they allowed me more, I would take more. Why? Because I don't have an effect on the population of fish in the ocean with the fishing pole. See that fishing pole he's holding right there? The media, the lying media wants you to believe that you have an adverse effect on the population of the fish in the ocean with the fishing pole. That's not even you. And you're okay in fishing. But you have zero effect on the population of the fish in the ocean with the fishing pole. So let's be honest, gang. When they're telling you that you're a bad person because you're fishing, that's ridiculous. You're not going to affect the population. Not even you, and I know you're looking at me going, I'm really good at fishing. Well, you're not that good, bro. I go to the same, all the spots on my spots videos, all the spots, I've been fishing those spots forever, and every time I go there, there's still fish, and I'm pissed. Because I'm on a mission. You go for free hats. Well, you're going to be poor today. Listen, my job is to catch fish. That's what they pay me to do. They want me to catch, when they have me come on their boat, they want to catch fish, right? So my mission is to try to catch fish, right? And I want to, if the law says I can have 20, you know how many I want? 20. I'm sorry. I don't understand, because if you ever had anybody say, hey Jim, you got any extra fish? And you're all, no, I thought I'd save the planet today and I threw back the extra ones. Oh yeah, saving the planet. You didn't do anything except you let your friend down who wanted those extra fish because you thought you were going to save the planet. Think about this. I'm going to get political for a minute. Me? Really? You guys ever heard of the Grand Canyon? Okay? And then think about this. Grand Canyon, global warming. That's all you got to think about. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. I didn't go to school, but I knew at one time it was full of water. I just know that. Just like when I drive the Baja and I stop on the side of the road and go pee-pee, and then my pee-pee pushes the sand away and there's seashells there, that tells me the Baja was underwater at one time. I don't know what's normal. The Grand Canyon full of water, the Grand Canyon empty. Global warming, Grand Canyon. That's all you need to know. Common sense, bro. Remove head from butt and you can understand stuff. You can start to use you can just use common sense and start to understand that it's all a lie. I know I'm supposed to talk about fishing. We're gonna play a little game for a minute though. I got my driver's license in 1975. You know what they told us in 75? There was no gasoline left on the planet Earth! And all of a sudden we had to buy a Opsin or a Toyota. We never even heard of those cars before. My car was at a TV station when it came. You got 4 miles to a gallon. We didn't care, baby. Gas was 32 cents a gallon. We didn't care. Then all of a sudden they told us there was no gasoline left on the planet Earth. We're still on the same planet, right? An hour after that, listen, we're gonna blow your mind. An hour after that, they said your mom made a hole in the ozone layer, and then all the greenhouse gases were leaving so quickly we were all gonna freeze to death. Same rock, same planet, right? So when they tell you that you're going to destroy the population of the fish in the ocean with the fishing pole, I'm just trying to get you to understand it's all a lie. They don't want you to fish. They don't want you to go outside. They don't want you to be tan. They don't want you to have fun. And if they see you smiling, the guy up there in Sacramento, he's going to do everything in his power to wipe that smile off your face. If he can't wipe it off by taxing the living bejesus out of you, then he'll just take it away. Like they're doing now. They're just taking little pieces of the ocean away, little bit at a time. The MLPs came in, and they took a third of the California coastline away from us. They just went. And some of you said, well, it's about time, Arnie. Well, it's about time. I don't even fish in Laguna, so I don't care. They left the swamp open down here in San Diego. So we'll just fish the tide pools down there. I don't care about Laguna. It doesn't matter to me. Then an hour after that, they closed the sand bass, calico bass, and spotted bay bass on the exact same day. And they said they were all underneath the exact same amount of pressure, which is impossible. None of them live in the same. Sand bass live on the bottom, calico bass live on the top, spotted bay bass live in the harbor. How can they all be under the same amount of pressure at the same exact time? Right? Wow, we just lost the whole front row. I knew I was going to piss some people off today. I forgot to tell you. I will piss you off today because you're believing in what you're reading on the social media. I promise. I will piss some of you off today. There's Jenny. Now I got to be good. That's Mrs. Bart all right there. Thank you, Jenny, for having the show. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Because of her, that's why I'm here. So it's all her fault. It's all her fault. Okay? Because she likes me. I don't know why. Good. So back to, what was I talking about? The Bible, thank you. See, I knew your eyes were clear. Okay. Are we having questions? All right. What? Very well. That was a good one, huh? I hold it right next to the reel. My hand is right here, the reel's right here, so it doesn't twist when I'm winding. A lot of guys like to hold it up here, that kill you. You put it right here so that the reel is resting on your hand. Left hand in front of the reel, right hand on the crank. Turning the handle like this. Does it have a fishing pole? Does it have a reel? No. Okay, well then I can't show you. But I have videos on my website. Somebody's got a reel? Hey, could I borrow that rod with the reel? Wow, don't do that. Okay guys, when this show's over, go over here and see these guys. They're really cool. Okay, so when I'm fighting a big fish, my hand is right here. That way it keeps the reel. You guys fighting a fish and the reel keeps twisting. If you rest it right here, turn the handle, the reel can't twist because you're holding it with the side of your hand. I don't care if you do it wrong. So many people want to brag. That's right. Okay, you want to brag about doing it wrong. That's great. Brag the heck out of it. But the proper way is your left hand This is my left hand. I learned that in first grade. And that's about all the schooling I got. But the left hand goes in front of the reel, always. Even on a Saturday. If you fish with your hand back here, here's what I want you to do from today forward. Get in here and get a big one. And eat it. Because you are a booger eater. This is not how you fish. They see this right here? On most rods, they put this stuff in the front of the reel. You know why? Because that's where you're supposed to hold it. This is for booger eaters. Oh, that's well, you're a booger eater. This is where all your leverage comes from. You move your left hand in front of the reel, leverage like a mother. Back here, all the leverage. Now I know you're married, right? So you have a lot of leverage right here. But me, have you seen my? So left hand in front of the reel. I told you were going to see stuff you've never seen on the stage. There is nobody in this building that talks like Captain Dave. And make sure you film it. If you're not filming this, you're blowing it because your social media will blow up. Because no one's ever seen anybody talk like me. Plus, I use no bad words, so you can post it on all your social media, and you can tag me and Elliot, and we'll help you. We only have 680,000 followers, so you probably don't want anything to do with us. You probably want to go with the guys with 4 followers and sponsored by 8 companies. But I'm just trying to help. So if your left hand's in front, young man, I was talking to you. You done? Are we done here? Now you're talking to him. You're not talking to me anymore. I was talking to you the whole time. You're the only one that matters. So your left hand goes in front of the reel, and you rest the side plate on your left hand. So when you turn the handle, you know when you're fighting a tuna and it keeps doing this? It's because you don't have anything to stop it. I'm just trying to help. All right? That's all I'm trying to do the whole time is help. If you want to do it wrong, I don't care. It's not going to change what Kelly and I eat tomorrow. We're going to have lobsters and scallops. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to hang out with a monkey. It's going to be rad. Okay? All right, back to what we were talking about. 5 things. I'm telling you, film this. You're not going to believe it.
I got to check that.
Holy guacamole. I'm the only guy that does a seminar or that sweats. Got to dehydrate a little bit. Okay, the 5 things, we're trying to get there. I really want to help you. The 5 things, big bait tank, bigger the better. See that boat? First thing I do when I win it, because I'm going to win that tournament, is I'm going to rip that chair off that the lady's leaning on, because that's worthless. That chair goes in the water. Big giant bait tank right there. I'll sit on the bait tank and drive the boat. I don't care. Oh, I like the chair. I like to fish. I like to catch fish when I go fishing. That chair represents a phenomenal place for a big bait tank. And then what I'll do with that chair, I might rip the cushions off, maybe and set on those, or have another cushion made. And that's where I'm going to set. I have a 21-foot Wellcraft in Dana Point. I do, personally. The bait tank on the 21-foot Wellcraft is 60 gallons. Okay? Because whoever has the most bait wins. You ever been offshore fishing? Anybody? How many bait barges are out there? None? Catalina, there's no bait barges in Catalina, and if you're lucky, and when the squid boats have some squid, when they have some, you may be able to get a little bit. But I'm telling you, you want the most amount of bait you can have. I know you like to fish lures. That's great. I hate lures. Lures are dumb. I can fish them better than anybody in the building, but it's dumb. I'm going to make 100 casts to catch 1 fish. Or I'm going to throw 1 bait and catch a fish. What do you want to do? I only go fishing to catch fish. I read these things. Oh, I go fishing because it's so pretty and beautiful and on and on. I go fishing to kill fish, man. I want to get fish. When I go fishing, I expect that when my bait hits the water, I'm going to get a bite. And how do I do that? Chunk. You got to jump. If you don't have a big bait tank, then you got to have a chunk bucket. I talk about it on my videos all the time, and the guys that use the chunk buckets do very, very well. Why? Because when you're out fishing, you got to increase the prey density level in the water. You have to make those fish have a reason to eat. They're all out there just willy-willy swimming around, and then all of a sudden they see all these other fish eating, so they go over there to eat. That's why chunking is so important. Another thing, any private boaters, you ever drop your anchor? You gotta, if you want to catch fish, you gotta drop your anchor. I know you don't like to drop the anchor because it's hard. You gotta pull it up. You got those big muscly arms. I know. But gang, if you don't want to catch fish, just go out there and drift around. Just go drifting the night away. We're drifting. My sister's brothers, cousins fish, caught a fish, drifting. I don't go out for one. I run them all, remember? So, if you anchor, here's how it works. The ocean is a giant desert, right? With little tiny oases we call the spots, okay? So if you're just drifting, and then you catch a fish, and you're like, oh, they're right here. You're not there anymore. You're over there now. They were right when you were here, but you drifted over there. By the time you wound the fish in that you hooked here, wound them up over there, and you're telling your friend, oh, they're right in front of that marker. No, they're not. They're right over here where the giveaway box is. But you're drifting because you don't know how to fish, and your sister's brothers, aunts, cousins told you to drift, and you're like, well, what? Jenny said that if I drift, we're going to catch a big whooper. And hell yeah, I want to know what Jenny knows because Jenny runs sport boats for the... Oh, no, dude, no, you don't. So I don't want to know what Jenny knows about fishing. You want to know what people that fish for a living know about fishing. My dad taught me this when I was a little boy. He said, David, don't take financial advice from someone who doesn't own a jet. If they don't own a jet, you don't care what they know about money. And then he said, don't take fishing advice from someone who sells lures for a living. They sell lures for a living, and I love the guys that sell lures. They're great. And if you sell, I know you're pissed. He's like, I'm just going to lean here and just listen to this dumb guy. But I'm pissed. I'm tired. But the lure sellers, they're great at selling lures, but why do you want to know what they know about it? Just ask it. Or here's another one that blows my mind. When you pull up to the bait barge, and you ask the kid on the bait, hey, where should I go today? What? That bait barge has never even been out of the harbor. Well, you want to know what he knows? Are you Don't say it. Right? Why do you ask him? Why do you ask them? Or, let's see, that young lady, first job, working in a tackle shop, let's just pretend, her first job. You walk into a tackle store, and you're going to ask her, hey, what should I get? You do it all the time. I tell all my members, when you're at the tackle store, call me. Call me on the phone right now. Tell me where you're standing in the store, and I'll tell you what to buy. Stop buying stuff just to have stuff. When I go fishing, I bring a bag of hooks in my pocket and a little bag of singeers. That's it. That's my tackle box. I know, I see you guys. You're like, hey Dave, you got a forklift? I'm like, why? I gotta get my tackle box on the boat. What are you doing? Where are we going? I didn't know. What are you doing? Stop buying lures if you don't know how to cast. If you don't know how to cast, I'm sorry, that guy sells lures, he's pissed. But listen, if you don't know how to cast, a lure is worthless. Absolutely worthless. Well, I know. But Dave, I got this really cool one that I got when I was on Red Rooster Creek, and Andy Cates told me that this was the lure. Still got to know how to cast. I don't care what Andy said. Tell him Dave Hansen said that. But, gang, it's super important to have the most bait you can possibly have, because when you go out there's no bait markers, so you want to make sure you have the most bait you can possibly have. Look at how I got back to the subject. That was pretty good, huh? You're impressed. Okay. All right, what's number 2? Oh, yeah, your fish finder. Does anybody have a fish finder? No, you don't. It's called a photometer. You know why we put fish finder on it? Because you wouldn't buy a photometer. You're like, I don't want a photometer. I want a fish finder. Okay, well, slap fish finder on there and you can buy them all day. I guess I could put fish finder right there, right? And that would mean it's a fish. You know what? Uh-oh. Sorry. That speaker? Okay, get up. They're going to sit here and sit there. No, I'm just kidding. Here, we can fix that. Watch this. All right. I just don't want anybody to miss out on the stuff up, gang. I'm telling you the truth. Have you ever heard of the 209, 181, 267? You know what those are? Those are high spots in the middle of the ocean that are 267 fathoms deep, 181 fathoms deep, 209 fathoms deep. The ocean is measured in fathoms. The machine will never, this machine, let's just pretend like this is a fathometer. This machine will not find you any fish, ever. Not today, not tomorrow, not next Thursday. Nope. You know who's going to find the fish? You, because you're a member of my website, because you're going to go to their house, and then you're going to look on the machine, and you're going to see the fish on the machine. But the machine is not a fish finder. But you need to understand that. Just because you bought a $30,000 fish finder, that's not going to mean you're going to catch fish. You got to know how to use it. The first thing you got to do is take that fish finding apparatus that the guy put on your boat. And I know you had an installer put it on. And the guy's never gone fishing a day in his life. But you ask him, how do I use it? Why do you want to know what he knows? He knows how to install it. I want a good installer to install it, but I don't want him to tell me how to use it. For God's sake. I have over 580 videos that are going to teach you how to do everything. And the fish finder, or the pedometer, is a super important thing to know how to use. First thing you want to do is take it off of auto. You all have your machine on auto. Why? Because you're terrified of it. You don't, hey, that's how it was. When Joe Booker Eater put it on the boat, that's how it was. Don't mess with it, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it, because that's how he set it up. He didn't even know how to set it up, but he left it that way, and you're like, don't touch it. Don't touch the dial. Because we have a dial. Dialed in for what? I don't know. So everything's on auto. Here's how it works. If it's all on auto, and let's just pretend like you went bluefin fishing, okay? Where you're fishing for bluefin, it's usually 2,000 to 3,000 feet deep. So if you have your machine on auto, the top's going to say 0, and the bottom's going to, let's just say your machine goes all the way to 3,000 feet. So it's going to say 3,000 down here, 0 up here. You run over 10 tons of bluefin, it's going to look like that. Do you see that here? You're not going to see that tuna either, again, because it's not going to show up on your machine. Because you've taken that screen and you're trying to look at the 0 to the bottom. Let me tell you something. Bluefin don't live on the bottom. So you don't care what's on the bottom. And I don't care if somebody told you that. We don't care. We want to look, and when I was running sport boats or big yachts, I had the machine set 0 to 300 when I'm bluefin fishing. 0 to 300. I don't care about the fish below 300 because they're not going to bite. They're down there traveling. The last thing they want to do is get in the white bag. The ones that are from 300 to the 0, they're dying to get in the white bag. Their whole thing, the reason why they're swimming around is like, there goes Dave, and he's got that big white bag with all the ice in it. This water is so hot, we got to get out. But if you're driving around and it's 0 to 3,000, you never saw them. As soon as they're in that 0 to 300, mark your GPS. And we're going to talk about GPS in a minute, but you hit the mark button on there. There's a mark button on your GPS. So you mark some fish right here, and they're 200 feet down. You mark it. You drive over this way with your Mad Mac, and then you turn around and you come back. Is it still bugging your ears? It might be my big mouth. It could be. Here, let's try one more thing. Because I want to know. Jenny? How's that? Is that better? Way better? You're not going to not hear me now? Okay. What was I talking about here? Oh, fish finder. Good job. You're doing a great job being a good. So, you got to make sure you learn how to use your fish finder before you go out. First thing I tell everybody is drive around in your harbor and have, let's say your harbor is 20 feet deep. You're going to have this at 0, you're going to have this at 30, and you're going to have that bottom 3/4 of the way down. And you're going to start to zoom, cruise around that means you're going over a rock. When it's thin red, that's mud. So you want to get it all dialed in when you're on the harbor. You don't want to try to dial it in when you're out of the ocean because you can't see anything. So that's what you want to do is try to dial in your electronics when you're out fishing. What are you going to do when you're out fishing? Kill fish. Come on. Kill fish. We're not going to fish. Fishing sucks. Fishing sucks. I hate fishing. I love catching. That is my favorite thing to do when I go fishing is catching, right? Okay, so the machine is super important to learn how to use it. And you know what?
Is anybody sat in?
No, you are.
Wall